Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, we got a video by Wilson C titled ranking every NBA franchise over the last 10 years from worst to best, man. And I'm not gonna lie, I would not be surprised if my team was the 30th. We've dealt with Kyle Singler, we've dealt with Stanley Johnson, we've dealt with bitch-ass Monroe, Josh Smith, and a whole bunch of no-names out there, guys, to the extent where it's like they were so bad, like I have just purged them from memory, right, man? So here we go. Let's check it out. Let's hear my Pistons rank at. See where your favorite team ranks at. Let's get it.
Best NBA franchises all time, obviously the Lakers and Celtics with their history, success.
Pistons are top 5 all time.
Nearly half the titles.
Don't come at me in the comments about that. For sure they are.
Two teams that will continue to have opportunities contending for future championships. Many of you watching this video started watching hoops the last 10 years. Here are the worst and best teams the last 10 years. Number 30, the horrible Kings. Sacramento Kings. Many freshmen in high school right now weren't even alive the last time the franchise made the postseason. A dreadful
Damn, bro, look at that.
5 top 10
records.
2015
you all had Boogie.
Cauley Stein and Giorgio Papagiannis were bummers. Going for Marvin Bagley over Luka.
You just call him Papagiannis.
39 wins, their best in 2019. But stupidity got rid of Dave Yeager for Luke Walton. It doesn't seem the team will make the playoffs in 2021. Taking a step backwards,
the
team won 24 games in 2011, led by rookie Cousins. No more than 33 wins under DeMarcus. Good talent, putting up empty stats. The fact that this franchise hasn't won more than 40 games in a season since 2006. An absolute travesty amongst all travesties, absolutely disgraceful and pathetic leadership from all operations.
Man, Wilson going into him like that.
Stink when DeMarcus Cousins was the only All-Star since 2004. Ouch. Number 29, the Phoenix Suns.
Phoenix Suns, really? Over the past 10 years? I feel like this, well, okay, because maybe I'm not like considering like the early, like early on in like the decade right here, because like the Suns as of late, like, they ain't that bad. I guess early on, though, but, you know, they were pretty atrocious. Okay.
Appearance for 10 straight seasons, very close to making
the Knicks actually made the playoffs once, I believe, wasn't it? 2013 or something?
After Amari left, Nash was aging, still led the team to 500-ish, but
40 and 34 and 14?
25 wins in 2013, a good run in 14 with the trio of Thomas, Dragic, and Bledsoe, 48 wins, but no
three-point guards.
Followed by 39 wins, eventually got rid of all three-point guards, 23, 24, 21, and 19 wins.
Should have kept Dragic.
Pathetic. Screwed up on Alex Lynn, dragging Bus Bender and Josh Jackson. Before 2020, a Devin Booker-led team never won more than 24 games his first 3 seasons. Now with Monty Williams, the team will look to aim for the playoffs in 2021. Number 28, the Minnesota Timberwolves. The only reason why they're ahead of the Phoenix Suns, Jimmy Buckets actually led his squad to the postseason, ending an embarrassing 14-year drought. The franchise hasn't been relevant since Butler demanded out. Minnesota couldn't do much with Kevin Love, and empty stats got on a bad
16 and 66
on a good team. 17
How do you even do that?
26 wins, 31 followed by 40. Love traded for Andrew Maple Frauden, one of the weakest rookie of the year winners all time. 16 wins. Cat improved the Wolves to 29 wins, followed by the Thibodeau Minnesota Timberwolves. No defense played whatsoever. 47 wins with Butler, the 8th seed. 36 wins afterwards. 2020 would have been equivalent.
I like the Timberwolves team, to be honest.
82-game season. At least they have the number 1 pick, but Cat's patience will be running out of time. Number 27, the Detroit Pistons.
27 for the Pistons? Bro, you got us over the Knicks? Bro, how you got us over the Knicks, man? Like, we actually, I'm pretty sure the Pistons made the playoffs, like, a few times. Like, the Knicks only made, like, one time maybe this past damn decade with Melo. Was that even this decade? If with Detroit, it's like, at least we had, you know, we had like a few seasons where we got the 8th seed. We got swept both times, but we were there. You know, we got to wear the jersey and stuff on the court during the playoffs. Damn, man. Man, you all got, yo, why is this all looking like this? One sec, guys. I gotta fix this, man. It's gonna piss me off. Okay, my bad. My bad about that. Okay. Number 27.
Pistons. It's an absolute disgrace of a travesty. This franchise hasn't won a single playoff game since 2008.
But we got there.
Chauncey Billups era. Andre Drummond wasted many years there after the glory mid-2000 conference finals years. The breakup was a mess. 30 wins in 2011, 25 and 41, 29 wins in back-to-back seasons. Lawrence Frank didn't help. Neither did Maurice Cheeks. No leadership for this franchise. Swept in 2016 round 1. Subpar 500 seasons after. Tried to take a chance on Blake Griffin. but too banged up. Draft busts like Henry Ellenson and Stanley Johnson. Good lord. Got
Hey,
rid
at
of
least he
Spencer
mentioned it.
Dinwiddie and Chris Middleton early on. This franchise continued to be stuck in no man's land. Should have started the reset button years ago. Number 26, the Charlotte Hornets.
Well, every time we reset, we would draft a bitch ass.
Kemba won 2 times.
He's got the Knicks high up on this list.
His first year with Boston. In 2011, 34 wins, followed by an ugly 7-59 record in Kemba's rookie year. Maybe the worst team all time. Followed by 21 wins, then 43 wins with Al Jefferson. Fell off again, then had a nice season in 2016.
7-59.
Lynn and Batum. Kid Gilchrist a disaster. So was Batum's fat contract. Charlotte desperately needs a franchise star. The Orlando Magic. The team still hasn't been the same since Dwight Howard's departure. After
I like
52
the Magic.
wins in
They got a good
2011,
squad.
followed by a first-round exit. After Howard signed with the Lakers, the Magic became tragic. 20 wins, 23 wins, 25, 35, 29, and 25 wins. Have Vic Oladipo and Tobias Harris on the same team. Got rid of both of them. The fact that they traded Oladipo and first round...
y'all could have had a lineup of some point guard. DJ Augustine, Victor Oladipo, Tobias Harris, like Sabonis, and Vucevic. You could have had something like that. I'm pretty sure Sabonis was on this team too, wasn't he? I think he was at some point. I could be wrong about that. No, he was on OKC, but I thought he was drafted by the Magic. I could be wrong.
Round draft pick Domantas Sabonis for Serge Ibaka, who lasted a year just to get Terrence Ross in return. The franchise should be ashamed of
Ross
themselves.
the boss.
Last 10 years, winning a total of 5 playoff games, very lame. Number 24, the New York Knicks. Of course, they'll be near the worst of this list, but at least not the very worst. If it wasn't for Melo's success in 2013, the franchise
that's
has
only
a case
one
for
damn
being
season.
the worst the last 6 seasons, though. 2011, Melo and Stoudemire 42 wins. Looked like a
only
bright
one
future
damn season
before Stat got hurt. Underachieved in 2012, 54 wins in 13.
And the fact that they were and see, that's why I think the Knicks. I'm not trying to be a Knicks hater this video, by the way, guys. I'm not trying to be a Knicks hater, but straight up though, like the fact that like you gotta look at a team like my Pistons. Like we had Stanley Johnson, right? Like of course you're gonna expect that team to be bad. The fact though that this team had Melo and still was bad is kind of what is travesty or whatever Wilson was saying, right, man? That they had, like, if the Pistons had Melo, bro, we would have won damn 2 championships.
A respectable season, followed by 37 wins, and the ugliness
Him and Drummond
with the Phil Jackson era. 17-65.
Sign LeBron, good to go.
32, 31, and 29 wins. KP demanded out. 17-65 again,
Jackson
followed by
old.
21-45. In reality, if the Knicks didn't get Melo, Amari would have been too banged up. The team wouldn't have gotten anywhere without a healthy star. Recent lottery picks in Frank Ntilikina and Kevin Knox hasn't made an impact. The trade package for Porzingis,
I do believe in both of them.
New York hasn't had a relevant point guard since Linsanity. The Garden of Dreams.
That was for like a week too.
Nightmares. Number 23,
the
Brooklyn Nets. Is championship or bust with KD and Kyrie. After the Vince Carter era, 12 wins in 2010 with Devin Harris being the star player, followed by 22-44, landing Deron Williams alongside Joe Johnson and the improvement of Brook Lopez. Williams was shaky at times, gave up their future picks for an old Garnett and Pierce.
D. Will was a bust for the Nets. He was a bust.
Wins in 2015, first round exit. D. Will gone, 3 straight seasons of under 29 wins. It appeared their lack of picks will haunt the franchise for years, but took a chance on D'Angelo.
Yeah, look at the Celtics. That would have been your team.
So did Karis LeVert, Joe Harris, and Spencer Dinwiddie, guys who weren't looked as high value, leading to 2 superstar signings in 2019. If the Nets do indeed win a championship in 2021, the depressing Knicks fans will be welcome to join with open arms. Number 22, the New Orleans Pelicans. The awful Dell Dem should have gotten all the help necessary for Anthony Davis. The same reason why CP3 won it out. Paul single-handedly won 2 games in the...
Damn, I guess AD did lead them, to some nice, winning seasons. No, nothing playoff-wise, but winning-wise, it's... Okay, respect. This must have been CP3's final season, 2010-2011, before he went to the Clippers, right?
2011 playoffs, traded to LAC. The franchise landed the first pick in Davis, 27 wins, followed by 34, and his MVP breakout caliber year, 45 wins, but fell off to 30 wins with the injuries to AD.
Y'all better not lose Zion.
Holiday. It was also an absolute travesty of a decision to get rid of Monty Williams after leading AD to the playoffs and hire Alvin Gentry. Who knows what the two were smoking together. After a strong DeMarcus Cousins season and signing the
Wilson is a savage, guys.
Davis third for
Straight
MVP, 48 wins, lost to Golden State round 2, but fell off after 33 wins, distracted by the Davis rumors, eventually leading them with the number 1 pick, losing many games at the end. Now Davis a champion with the Lakers, and the Pelicans looking to gather their young pieces together. Number 21, the Philadelphia 76ers. From the Iguodala days, a game short of the conference.
There was a while where the 76ers were like the laughingstock in the NBA, and until Trust the Process started early on, it was bad. Like I remember they had like a lineup, like for some reason the name like Hollis Thompson rings a bell, and that's it. And that when Hollis Thompson is your best player,
Finals in 2012 to the ugly hinky tanking era, 34 wins in 2013, prime Michael Carter Williams with a bunch of nobodies afterwards, and beats that out 2 years, Nerlens Noel and Jahlil Okafor, huge disappointments, 3 straight years of winning under 20 games. At least the franchise still has 2 All-Stars to work with. Number 20, the Washington Wizards. John Wall's career has been highly disappointing. Given all the hype, has a chance to prove doubters wrong coming back from injury.
He's loyal to his franchise though.
The franchise has been a mess since Gilbert Arenas' bad contract. Wall 26 wins his rookie year, followed by 23 in 2011. First 4 seasons each under 30 wins, followed by a strong 2014 run. Made the second round. 2015.
Yo, the truth. Y'all remember hitting that shot?
Wall was hurt against the Hawks, missed a couple games. Washington got beat in 6. Lacked leadership after Pierce left. 49 wins in 2017, but lost to Isaiah Thomas to Celtics. Disappointing afterwards. Overpaid for Otto Porter, which made the franchise poorer. It's crazy how many already forgotten about the Dwight Howard scandal when he was with the team. Bradley Beal, only so much patience left. Number 19, the Utah Jazz. Struggling times after the Darren Williams, Boozer, Jerry Sloan era. First round exit 2012. Continued to improve from 2015 to 16. Narrowly missing the playoffs. 51 wins under Gordon Hayward and Gobert. Followed by rookie Mitchell going to the semis.
Beast now though, for sure.
Back first round exits. 250 plus win seasons. That's better than the Wizards. Number 18, the Atlanta Hawks. A playoff team that never had a true superstar to get them over the hump. Had a nice run.
Yo, I love that squad.
2011 made the semis.
Give me Piston
vibes. First round exits, winning between 38 to 44 games. The biggest
that was a team right there
in NBA history. 4 All-Stars. Every one of them would not have made the All-Star team in the West, only to get swept by LeBron and Matthew Dellavedova's Cavs. Swept again by LBJ the following year.
They did get swept, didn't they?
Damn. Followed by 3 straight seasons below 20 wins each. At least they have Trae Young now, who's looking like the first true superstar the franchise will have for the first time since Dominique Wilkins. Number 17, the Chicago Bulls. No playoffs 4 of the last 5 seasons. The franchise never became the same after Rose's injury. 62 wins in 2011.
Damn, that was 10 years ago now, wasn't it?
After his injury, either a first or second round loss each of the next 4 seasons. Still competitive, winning in the mid-40s. The franchise became a mess afterwards, with Fred Hoiberg and his players not getting along, to Jim Boylan making everything worse. Last 3 seasons, wins in the 20s. The franchise needs
Jim Boylan sucks
at this point. Number
really
16,
sucks.
The Denver Nuggets. Half the time made the playoffs, half the time without. 2011 won 50 games, lost to OKC, Melo traded mid-season, then lost to Kobe's Lakers in 2012, a 57-win season only to get upset by Steph Curry's
Warriors.
Only won
46 games last season?
Under 40
really?
wins, followed by the emergence of superstar Jokic, 54 wins in 2019, and a similar percentage in 2020.
Wins?
Won 3 playoff series the last 2 years. Denver should be great for many years to come. Number 15, the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm not gonna get caught up in recency bias here. 6 playoffs in 10 seasons. The franchise didn't even get past the first round until 2019 with Giannis. Despite the last 2 regular season success, it was all a fluke because Coach Bud has been terrible in the playoffs. Giannis underperformed against elite defense again. 2017 and 18, 2 first round exits when Giannis was starting to develop into a franchise player. The Brandon Knight,
Giannis is like great and everything. The only issue with Giannis is that he's very predictable how he plays. Like it's hard to stop him because he's that good, but he is very predictable. That's why I like players that can do a little bit of this, a little bit of that out there. You know what I'm saying?
Williams' years wasn't much. After the team won 15 games in
Jabari. He was good for like a season.
Was supposed to be the Giannis of Milwaukee, and now many people already forget what team he's even on. Number 14, the Dallas Mavericks.
The Kings,
many of you might think they should be higher on this list since they won the 2011 title, but since then, 5 straight first-round exits, 4 other seasons of no playoffs. The team became old after 2011, swept by OKC, 500 in 2013,
consistently good
in 14, losing to
later
the eventual champion Spurs. Nowitzki's last 3 seasons, 33 wins, 24 wins, and 33. The franchise made their best decision trading for Doncic, who's on his way to becoming the best player in a few years. Number 13, the Los Angeles Lakers.
The
2020 champions had a 6-year drought.
That's true. I was surprised seeing the Lakers at 13, but I'm like, yeah, before like LeBron got there, once Kobe was getting like injured and stuff like that. They're a pretty bad franchise.
No postseasons, more than the entire franchise's previous existence.
Robert Sacre.
2011 swept by Dallas in round 2. 2012 didn't have the legs to keep up with OKC.
Clarkson.
2013 swept by San Antonio without the great
Vucevic,
Kobe.
I think.
The Lakers front office didn't do
Sasha
much with Bryant's
Vukovic.
last 3 seasons. 27, 21, and 17 wins weren't better afterwards. 26 wins in 2017, followed by 35 wins. Even in LeBron's first season without Anthony Davis, no playoffs, a long way to be on top of the basketball world again. Number 12, the Memphis Grizzlies. The grit and grind years define what the franchise was about.
No championship,
first
though.
place San Antonio in 2011, had some intense battle with the Clippers, made it to the conference finals.
See, that's my thing. If like in the past 10 years, I feel like if your team won a championship, you should be on top of the list. Like, I feel like the Lakers and I feel like the Mavericks, they both have championships. They should be on top of this list because that is the goal of the NBA. So this is all pretty and stuff. You know, the wins and everything. Nothing against the Grizzlies, just the one I'm looking at right now. You know, it's all pretty looking, but how many rings? You know what I'm saying? Like that, like to me, that's what defines greatness within the past decade is how many rings you got.
13, won 56 games,
and how close
wins,
you were getting
then
rings.
55 games in 15, lost to Golden State in the semis, had some injuries. The team fell off after with 2 straight first-round exits. Injuries in 2018, Conley and Gasol no longer with the team, but they start fresh with franchise point guard John Moran. 7 straight postseason berths in the West, pretty good. Number 11, the Portland Trail Blazers. This team has been very consistent throughout the 2010s decade. Brandon Roy had his last great moment against Dallas 2011, won 2 games in round 1.
Bro, I miss Brandon Roy so much.
Years. Then Lillard took
he was
over,
a beast.
Advanced to the semis his second season, 54 wins, followed by 51 wins, made it back to the semis again in 2016, followed by 3 straight first-round exits the last 4 seasons, 1 conference finals in 2019. Lillard simply doesn't get enough help, no real dirt star after McCollum, 8 playoffs in 10 seasons.
And they got Melo. No, Nurkic.
Nurkic
is a star, I'd say.
Pacers.
He's been injured,
but
you
might be
good
wondering,
now.
They haven't gone to the finals. Why are they ahead of the Lakers and Mavs? The fact of the matter is, Indy was never super terrible. Won between 37 to 56 games each decade, stuck in the middle, usually in the mid-40s wins. 9 postseason berths in 10 years is not a failure. Very similar to being the Blazers in the West. Indy will continue being in the middle.
I do like that he put the Pacers in the top 10, though, because, like, yes, they haven't won anything, but as far as, like, a team that's just always been consistently good, especially when people think they're going to be bad at times, you know, it's like they've always been good.
Without a superstar,
they always prove doubters wrong, so that's kind of nice.
About right.
It's kind of cool.
At least the team made 2 straight conference finals with Frank Vogel, one of the most consistent teams that won't have enough to get over the hump. Number 9, the Los Angeles Clippers.
Lob City, baby.
The biggest disappointment of the 2020 NBA season, the fact that this team made the playoffs 8 times the last 9 seasons, still no conference finals appearance.
Blew 3-1.
The biggest absolute disgrace of a double 3-1 blow travesty amongst all travesties. From Lob City to way off Brick City, this franchise
come on, man.
In the
this one season, give him another chance.
And blow it. Unacceptable standards. Started off 32 wins before Chris Paul. Team became relevant. Having
give him another chance.
600 winning percentage every season in the CP3 era. Team overachieved with the lack of talent in 18 and 19, only to heavily underachieve. It's almost impossible to make the postseason 8 times in 9 years and never make it to the conference finals. The absolute biggest chokes of all chokes. The Boston Celtics consistently.
But you got him at number 9.
156
but you got him at number 9.
Made the semis only to fall to Miami. 2012, a game away from the finals, but ran out of gas. 2013,
number 1's got to be the
Allen
Heat.
left for Miami.
It's got to be the
Rondo
Heat.
hurt, first round exit. A
No, the
rebuild year in
Warriors.
2014 under Brad Stevens. Put the franchise back to the playoffs after stealing Brooklyn's strap.
He got to be top 3 though, because the Heat got, you know, with like LeBron early on, and they also just got back to the finals again. So it's good. I think it's gonna be Warriors, Heat, Cavaliers. I feel like the Heat need to be over the Cavs.
Picks, 2 straight first-round exits, followed by 3 conference finals appearances in 4 years, making 9 postseasons in a 10-year span. Despite no rings, still very solid. In reality, the 2017 and 18 Celtics would have lost in the first round if they were out west, combined with playing in the extremely weak East outside of LeBron. Number 7, the Houston Rockets. James Harden will continue getting scrutinized for coming up short in the playoffs every year.
As he should.
But in reality, half of those losses were to Golden State. After Yao retired, the team's still competitive with Kevin Martin.
I mean, yes, Golden State, but at the end of the day, James Harden's best shooting guard in the NBA, you know? It's like you got to get those dubs out there. Especially this previous offseason, there was no Warriors to be found. No excuse there.
And Shane Battier and Kyle
No
Lowry
excuse.
snatched Harden from OKC, one of the biggest deals all time, 2 conference finals, including a 65-win season. CP3 hurt at the wrong time. Harden continued to prove how to carry a team successfully in the regular season, but playoffs not so much. The franchise hasn't been under 500 since 2006. Harden also had
that's a decent record.
Different times.
That's
Number
a good
6,
record.
The Oklahoma City Thunder. Westbrook and Durant was never meant to work out. Very consistent nonetheless. 55 wins in 2011, made it to the conference finals with 2 22-year-olds and a 21-year-old Harden. The finals in 2012, followed by 60 wins the year after Harden left, mostly because of Durant's greatness. 2014, Westbrook hurt. KD led the team to 59
Chose Serge
wins,
over Harden too.
The year after, Durant missed
Could have had all
55
4
games, no playoffs.
Management got cheap.
A blown 3-1 lead in the conference finals. At least the Thunder won over 500 regular season games the last 10 seasons, over Houston's 490. Number 5, the Toronto Raptors. Whether you love them or not, Masai Ujiri has done a phenomenal job.
I got no issue with the Raptors. I think
One
they're
year
cool.
resulting in a championship, something the city will never forget. After Bosh left, the franchise appeared to be doomed. 22 and 23 wins.
Who they draft that year?
In 2013, Larry and DeRozan together. 2014 won 48
22
games.
and 60?
Continued to have
Who's their
amazing
pick?
regular season success, only to get bounced multiple times. 56 wins 2016 conference finals, 2018 59 wins, swept badly by LeBron, and even 2020 amazing record 59 and 19, similar to 60 wins in an 82-game season. Lost to Boston in the semis, but the franchise will continue to retool, having 7 straight playoffs. Very good for Kyle Lowry. Number 4, the Cleveland Cavaliers,
Cleveland at
only
4.
because of LeBron James. Despite
Who's
all
gonna be
their
top
terrible
3?
years without
Heat?
James, 19 and 63 after he left the first
Warriors?
time, followed by another awful season, and the young Kyrie years when James came back, he coasted at times in the regular season.
Who am I
Only to
forgetting?
dominate in the playoffs, 53, 57, 51, and 50 wins. Not too crazy.
Spurs?
But made the finals 4 straight times to nobody's surprise. Won the title in 2016, the first ever for the franchise. Overmatched by Golden State the other 3 times. Cleveland might have missed the postseason 6 times, all of them without LeBron, but made the finals with him every single time. Number 3, the Miami Heat.
Heat
Of
at
course,
3.
Pat Riley manages the best teams. No one thought the Heat were going to make the finals in 2020. James Wade and Bosh 4 straight finals, 2 titles. Unstoppable in 2013 was LBJ. The team didn't have enough depth in 14.
You must have Spurs
James
top
left.
2.
Bosh's career was in trouble after the blood clots. Thankfully, he's okay. Wade was getting old, but still made the second round in 2016, followed by borderline years to all of a sudden signing Jimmy Butler turned that franchise around. A bright future, 2 championships the last 10 seasons, 5 finals appearances, tied with Golden State. Number 2, the San Antonio
Spurs at
Spurs.
2, wow.
Consistency and first class, the perfect definition to sum up the Pop Duncan era. Despite missing the playoffs for the first time since '97, the great Duncan.
Damn. You almost have recency bias from this 2020 season because, yeah, they've been a hell of a team. I almost forgot, like, when did Duncan retire? Like, he was around for the beginning, and they had like, Kawhi over here. Yeah. Sure, I have no issues with this whatsoever. This is definitely well-deserved. I mean, 7 out, at least, 7 out of the 10 seasons, they were amazing. These 2 seasons, they were, like, good. Like, good basketball team. This last season, they were bad, but it's only 1 year. Okay.
Never won less than 50 games except for the 99 lockout year. 2011 61 wins, lost in round 1, Ginobili banged up. 2012 came up short in the conference finals against the young Thunder despite going 50 and 16, equivalent to 62 wins. 2013 Duncan still a superstar.
Yeah,
58 wins,
I got him over the Heat, I guess,
away
right?
From a title. The biggest mistake Pop didn't put Duncan in the game on defense during crunch time. 2014 62 wins, well-deserved title.
Let Bosh get the
followed by
rebound.
55 wins, 67 wins, 61
should have been
wins.
out there.
Duncan became too old by 2016 playoffs. Leonard got hurt in 2017 postseason, then traded after 2018. The franchise hasn't been the same since. 20 plus years
Look
of
at that
excellence,
team, guys.
second to none. Number 1, you guessed it, the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah,
3 titles
easy.
in a 4-year span, the most of any team in recent times. 7 straight playoffs, 5 straight finals. The 2010 started a little shaky with young Steph and prime Monte Ellis. Curry didn't look promising his first 3
Set
years,
things up
but
for
after
greatness, though.
drafting Clay and Draymond, adding Andrew Bogut and David Lee, the franchise grew. Curry's breakout party, the 2013 playoffs, followed by 2014 without Bogut, narrowly losing to Chris Paul's Clippers in 7, won the title in 15, most regular season wins in 16, back-to-back rings in 17 and 18, would have won another if Durant didn't get hurt in 19, and injuries occurred in.
Okay, guys, that's the end of the video right there. I would say overall, this list is pretty solid, I would say. I don't really have any big-time complaints about it. I mean, you know, I think early on you can kind of like early on the list you can kind of like flip flop based off like just like your perception of greatness and what makes a team good or bad. Or like I said, you know, I still feel like teams that won a championship at any point in this era, like the Dallas Mavericks, should be a little higher on the list. It's just my opinion though, man. What do you all think? Let me know in the comment section below. Check out Wilson's channel, link to in the description below. And peace out, guys.